saved the best for last. 1 o'clock ESPN on Saturday. Arizona at Oregon. Seems short here. Ducks estimated line 2.5 at home. One of the toughest places to play in the country. They got UCLA earlier this year. Arizona's 9-0 in conference play. Oregon 8-1. It's number 5 against number 13. Oregon swept them last year. They were catching 7 in Tucson and won by 8 in an absolute thriller in overtime here in Vegas. In the Pac-12 tournament, they won by 6, 95-89. But Arizona brings something they don't have last year. That's a 7-footer, Teddy.
Oh, yeah. Larry Markkanen. We're talking about a 7-foot, 230-pound freshman from Finland. And the early reports on this kid, he's a bigger and stronger than Dirk. All right, that's the guy who they're comparing him to. Dirk. 16.8 points per game, 7.6 rebounds. But the key, 54 for 107 from three-point range and 84% from the free throw line. So we're talking about a 7-foot freshman who's draining threes at better than 50% for the season and hitting 84% from the charity stripe. But of course, you know how the hype machine works. The hype machine only works for the East Coast kids. The West Coast kids don't get it. No ink for this guy. Great quote from head coach Sean Miller. For him to not be considered one of the best freshmen in college basketball is a complete joke. I mean, I would put him up against anyone, not just a freshman, toe-to-toe, the quality of player he is, period. I don't care if from Finland, Russia, China, Japan, North Dakota, Florida, California, New York City. If you have eyes and you're watching Arizona play, there aren't many players who play the way he plays. That's Sean Miller, of course, the Wildcats head coach.
So you got Markkanen, who can also step out and change the flow. Inside battle, one of the best all season, though. Oregon's number 1 in the nation in block shots, and the Ducks can counter with so many players. They can put the ball on the floor and score. The balance, you got to love the balance. And I know most of it's about Brooks, the best player on the team. But they got 5 guys in double figures. They spread it around.
Yeah, it's really a fascinating matchup because Arizona can play this inside out right now. They got the 2 7-footers that you mentioned. Dustin Rustick, he's going to play inside. What's he got? 12 points, 6.5 boards per game. And then the 7-footer from Finland draining shots on the outside. And of course, they also have Alonzo Trier, who sat out the first 20 games of the season. He's now ready to play starters minutes, and he's another guy with a legitimate NBA future. So the question is, does Miller keep both 7-footers on the floor in a man-to-man against this offense? Can he do that? And the other question for Arizona, even with Trier back, depth is still an issue for Arizona. This will be obviously their second road game in 3 days, the Pac-12 cycle, Thursday, Saturday. And in a late game situation, you do worry about a tight late game situation. You worry about a little tired legs for Arizona more than Oregon, because as you mentioned, the Ducks, so many different guys who Dana Altman can rely on, a deeper rotation, and of course 5 guys who score in double digits. I don't disagree that this is going to be the best game of the 3, but Pac-12 doesn't get the love that the East Coast schools get. It's just how it is.
No, Pac-12's dynamite. And good point about the scheduling spot. Arizona played late Thursday on the road. Now they got the early game on Saturday. Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.